Happy New Year! I am bringing the vlogs back. At least I'm trying to bring the vlogs back. But I don't think I'm going to be as strict I was before, like aiming to do every week. I am going to do it when I have decent things to film. Sometimes they will be a bit more relaxed, but ultimately I'm going to bring them back. That's the idea. And I'm going to try and use this to get out more, because last year I didn't really get out as much as I wanted to. And I remember 2023, when I did at least the first 6 months of my life in vlogs, I actually felt like I was really accomplished and I did a lot of things. And it was just nice to keep that video diary. So we're bringing them back. So it is now the 2nd of January. Happy New Year once again. I have just arrived where basically I'm getting some laser hair removal done on my chin and my neck. So I have PCOS, which means that anyone who has that or knows about it will know that that sometimes gives us unwanted body hair, which is like such a pain in the ass. So ultimately, yes, I do get a bit of a beard. You know, I had laser hair removal before a couple of years ago and it really did help, but the chin is a really stubborn area, so I need to go back and get it again. I'm not going to be able to film the actual thing because I need to put like stuff on my eyes, and like they sort of protect your eyes and stuff, so I'm not going to be able to film it. But I am thinking of maybe going a little bit, like do a little bit of shopping afterwards, so I might film a bit of that. But ultimately, after that today, I've got Dungeons & Dragons, which, as I've said in my previous vlogs, I can't film that either. But yeah, ultimately, let's go and get some laser hair removal. Okay, it is all done. I don't have much redness, a little bit of redness here and here, not so much on the chin yet. Oh, a little bit. But yeah, she's I've got to take photos then before, like, the next time that I shave and stuff. But yeah, so now I am going to Primark because I'm trying to find a black cardigan, just a simple black cardigan, and you think that it would be quite easy to find, but we'll see. Don't know if I like that one. Why is it so hard just to find simple black? I find it an absolute crime that they've got rid of Colin's Fizzy Rainbows. What am I meant to have? Okay, I wanted to do a wrap up when I was back at the car park from the shopping centre that I just went to, but somebody wanted to steal my space, so I didn't get a chance. So now I'm at my friend's house. I couldn't find a black cardigan. Typically, when I then walked out, there was a black cardigan, but it was long, and I'm looking for kind of like a short one and like one that stays open, if you know what I mean. So there's like no buttons or something. I just want nice long sleeves. What is happening? Nice long sleeves, stays open, and like short, not cropped, but just short, you know? But there wasn't anything like that. But I did end up spending quite a bit of money in Primark, which I probably shouldn't have done, but oh well. And then I went and got some lunch in M&S and spent even more money, and my voucher didn't work, so it was more money than I intended to spend anyway. But as I was saying earlier, yeah, it is a bit red. Like, you can see the sort of hairs, like I think they look like that because they're starting to come out, and obviously I've got like a few spots or whatever. Not the nicest look, but yeah, it's not nice. But the thing is, that's why I'm having laser hair removal, because I'm hoping that it'll stop it. And it has really helped. As I said, like over here and here, it really helped. So it's now just the chin. So I've got to go back in 4 weeks. And yeah, now I'm going to go and play some D&D. So, cool. This is the worst part of winter. And I hate it so much. And I wasn't even meant to be going out today, and I've had to, doing aunt duties, and I don't want to have to do this. Okay, so my aunt duties got cancelled, which, you know, it happens. Annoying, but it happens. But it's so cold, I can't get my key in the lock. I can't get it in any more than that. So I'm going to try and use some de-icer. Alright, I've sprayed it. Let me see. Alright, I still can't get it. Okay, there must be something wrong with the actual lock because it won't go in, so I'm gonna have to walk around the front door. Oh my god, it's so fucking cold. Look at it, look, all the frost. My hand's like ice. I'm not a happy bunny. I've just made it all the way inside, and I've just realised I left my drink outside, and it's like a big, almost like Stanley dupe bottle, so it's not one that I can just like be like, oh, I'll just make another drink. Like I have more of them, but I need to go back outside. Now, thankfully, I can just go out the back door and keep the back door open. But still, I don't want to go back outside again. After that last clip, I ended up falling asleep. So that was at about like 8:30 or something, and then I ended up falling asleep until like 11, which is so super lazy of me. But I'm still in holiday mode because I had this week off, and you know, I don't even know what day it is. I'm pretty sure it's Friday, but it took me a long time to remember that it's Friday. I've just had a shower, so it is now like, it's 4:30 now, so I've been up for a little bit, but I've just had a shower, and I wanted to show you guys, like, look at my hair, basically. So in February last year, so 2024, I had bariatric surgery, so I had a gastric sleeve, and I've lost quite a bit of weight, and I lost a lot of hair from that as well. Like, if you, like, anyone who's dropped a significant amount of weight quite quickly will know that you also kind of like, because you've lost nutrients and stuff, you lose a bit of hair. And yeah, it started to grow back, but I have these short like little bits that come up and everything, like right at the front and stuff as well, like these little baby hairs and stuff. So yeah, it's quite funny when I'm styling my hair. I look a little bit like, is it Einstein with like the proper big fluffy hair? But what I was thinking of doing, and I probably should have done this before my shower really, but I'm going to do it now anyway, is I'm going to do a face mask. So I chose a peach one, which is meant to brighten and refresh. So because I do kind of feel like my skin is like a bit meh at the moment, I thought, why not? That could be quite fun because I've got nothing else to do. So I am going to go and pop this on. I didn't realise it was like a jelly one. So I just look like I've got some really weird infection right now. But it says to leave on for 15 to 20 minutes. And I'm curious whether or not it's going to be like, it's going to tighten, because obviously a lot of them do tighten. But yeah, I was expecting like a sort of a clay mask, and no, it was a jelly mask, which was actually, it feels really soothing and it feels really hydrating because of how jelly it is. So I'm hoping that it works, and it smells great. It smells, obviously it's peach, so it smells great. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. Obviously you're not going to see results like straight away, but yeah, look at that on my chin. I'm infected, I'm wounded. So very exciting times. I just got a delivery, and yes, I just opened the door with all this on my face, which, do you know what, in this light it doesn't look so bad. Let me turn it off. Hold on, look I look like I've got an infection. But anyway, so what was in the delivery, which I was like, why didn't you just post it through the door, was this. And you're probably thinking like, Emma, what is that? Basically, as like a sort of half Christmas present, because I had to pay for some of it myself, I asked my dad if I could get some microphones for, oh gosh, stuck me, microphones for Christmas. So it's the DG mini something or something. But basically, instead of having one, there's like two in there, because obviously I do a lot of filming with Sophie, or I was gonna say other people, but it's just Sophie. And so what was really annoying, and it's my fault, is this, that I knew that DG were Bluetooth, and basically the one that I got, this one isn't Bluetooth. And I think it's because there's obviously two instead of one. I think if I just had the one, it would be Bluetooth. So it might be something that I look into, you know, if I get a bit of extra cash in like a couple of months time and I'm doing like a bit of solo stuff. But obviously the glory of this is that I would then have two microphones. So I could have one, use one could be charging, and then if that one runs out, I could use the other one. But the only thing is that it's not Bluetooth. You have a receiver. So what I didn't realize was that you have to take off this little thing. Hold on. And I'm like, where do you put it? But yeah, you've got this tiny little thing, and then you have to basically put the thing that plugs into your phone or whatever in here. So basically this is like an adapter for it, because it only came with a USB-C, and I've got iPhone 14, so it's a lightning adapter. Now I am hoping that for some videos and some vlogs I might be using my, what is it, a Sony EV-Z10, is that what I have? So I do have that as well, and I think that I can use that with the USB-C, and there's like a aux lead sort of thing as well, which I think helps. But for my phone, this is the intention. So let me slide this on in here, because this is an official Digi one as well. You can get like kind of knockoffs, but I was like, this piece of equipment was so expensive, I want to make sure that I get the right one. And it looks, see, the thing is, this looks like it can clip on, like, so you see what I mean? It can like clip on to me, which obviously, like, if it's meant to be on the phone or whatever, why does it clip on to me? Unless it, I suppose you clip on to, I don't know. But let me get this out. So this is the one that will obviously be on me. I'm not going to use it like every time, but especially if I was thinking of like conventions and stuff. And also like if I'm somewhere, like I'd love to do some vlogs up London, like in a museum, and then I can just whisper, etc. So it can either clip on or it's got like a magnet. Oops. Yeah, it's got like a magnet, so you can like snap it between your clothes. But I don't know how much I trust a magnet. I don't know. But yeah, I need to read the instructions to figure out what the buttons are, because there's like a yellow light there, but then there's like a green light there. So it's like, what does it mean? But I'm gonna plug it in and then I'll do another video and we'll see how clear I am. Okay, it is plugged in. It looks like all the green lights are on. So I'm gonna assume that it's working. That's why I'm not speaking too loudly. So we'll see. I'm so sorry about my face being gross. I actually need to take it off in a minute. It's not getting hard either, just so you know. Yeah, I need to read the instructions because there's like a dial on the receiver, and I don't know what that means. And I know that there is something that you can press to make sure that you get noise reduction, but it might be an automatic thing as well. Once again, not sure. I'm assuming that the button that I was pressing was actually like a link it to the receiver thing, but it's automatically linked. And it looks like I can turn it off as well. So I'm assuming that like if I wore it, but then I wasn't filming for like 10 minutes or so, I could turn it off so that it didn't lose its battery. But yeah, apparently with this case, because the case charges it, it's 48 hours that it lasts. And I don't know if that's for like both of them is 48 hours or if it's like 24. So, but like I'm going to get up and walk away and then we can see, ignore my pajama bottoms. Does this make a difference? How about if I walk over here? Testing 1 2 3. Can you hear me? How exciting is that? Well, now I've got to rewatch it. The thing is, I tried this with another set of microphones that I bought 2 years ago, and they, you know, obviously they were much cheaper and stuff. But what I didn't like was that the receiver was so chunky, it didn't actually fit into my phone because of my phone cases. But this one fits really seamlessly, and it's smaller and it's lightweight. And I mean, that's just kind of fallen a little bit. So I don't know how much you would hear like rustling or something. It doesn't also have to be clipped on the collar. I suppose you can also clip it, like you can actually clip it on the shirt. Yeah. But once again, I'd be so scared of like knocking it. But I think it would just be like I could hold it like up to me like this and whisper if I was in a place and I felt like it was a bit awkward talking to myself. But yeah, I'm trying to actually do things on my own. So I'm hoping that this will encourage me to not feel so shy about talking. So this could be quite exciting. As I said, I'm not going to use it every time. So sometimes throughout video, it might fluctuate in sound like quality, I guess. But we'll see. All right. I have to say, it does feel a bit brighter. Like, this bit is really annoying me. And obviously this is where I'm getting the laser hair removal and stuff. And she was like, obviously take a photo and let us know what it looks like before you shave, etc. And I feel like I would normally shave by now, but I feel like it's only been a day. It's so annoying. And I feel like I want to, but I also just feel like it's a bit too soon. So I feel like maybe give it a couple of days and then take a photo. But yeah, it's just, I'm gonna have to cover it with makeup or whatever. But anyway, yeah, I actually feel like my skin is quite a bit brighter after that. Not so red, so that's quite nice. There we go. Much better. I have recently learned how to curl my hair with hair straighteners. It has literally taken me 33 years of being on this planet to learn how to do it. I'm still not great at it. Like this side is kind of okay, but then like this side, I don't know, it just doesn't curl, and I'm almost certain that I'm doing it no differently, apart from obviously making sure that it's like the opposite way or whatever, but I don't know. But either way, like I just like how thick it makes my hair and everything, so I really enjoy it. So I look a bit more human now, at least. So I'm heading off to the cinema to meet a friend, and this is the fit check. I'm actually really chuffed with it. I've been told that I look good in red, so I'm trying to embrace red, even though it's not a lot that I have in my wardrobe. So there we go. God, the lighting is really bad in here. Look at that. I look awful. What the frick? Anyway, off to the cinema. I'm seeing Nosferatu, I think it's called. So yeah. It's snowing. Kind of. It's probably more like sleet. Is that snow? I can't tell. No, it's not snowing. It's raining. Oh, I'm so disappointed. I thought it was snowing. But it is. It is just rain. So probably no snow for us. Oh well. Okay, I've been informed it's probably snowing now. Okay, it's still coming down like rain, but it is definitely snow because you can see like the ice. It's like kind of snow and rain. Okay, now my mum's asking me to bring in this plant because she doesn't want it to die. So where's my shoes? Oh my god, it's like midnight. It's so freaking cold. I want to go out there. I bet I can't just pull it by a bit, can I? No, that's going to come out of the pot. Ooh. I'll stick it. This is an outside table anyway. Ah, there we go. It's so icy. Yeah, it's definitely a mix of snow and rain. Oh my god. Close the door. Close the door. I just filmed a whole 6-minute segment of me talking, and I'm trying out the microphone to make sure that it's working, and after those 6 minutes it didn't work. So I now have a 6-minute footage of me in just pure silence. So I'm going to stop this and now check that it's working, and then I'm going to basically redo it again. Okay, it's working, and now that has given me a really good sort of lesson in checking that it works before I go ahead and film. So I'll just have to make sure that I do those checks. I don't want it to take another 6 minutes for me to talk about what I just spoke about, so I'm going to try and speed run it. Essentially, I had realised that I hadn't done like a review of Nosferatu after I came back from the cinema, so I just wanted to say I really did enjoy it. It was a bit slow, it was a little bit slow, I will say that, and it was long, and I didn't really know what to expect when I went into it, because all I knew was vampires and stalking and this sort of thing. I didn't know if it was going to be like a romantic horror. It was not. It was real classic horror, and I did kind of like that. I loved that it was very classic. Some elements looked black and white even though they were not filming in black and white. It was very just old-fashioned, and I actually really liked that. It just felt a little bit long for me. So that was all. I said it a bit more eloquently in my previous one, but there you go, you get a very small tiny movie review there. But I would recommend it, especially if you are somebody who enjoys different types of cinema. I would definitely recommend it. I was also talking about that I'm having quite a lazy weekend. So yesterday I was meant to play Dungeons and Dragons, but sadly the Dungeon Master was sick, so we weren't able to play. But you know, it happens, and without the Dungeon Master there is no story, so we kind of need him to be there. And I mean, we're quite lucky with our group actually, because we're quite a small group, so we never play without people there. And I find that really weird. Like, I have previously obviously played bigger games, and if one person doesn't make it, you just kind of either pretend that their character doesn't exist, or the DM says, oh, they've gone off somewhere, or they're fallen asleep magically, or something like that. And it was fine, but it just didn't ever really feel right to do a session without somebody. But I know that in a bigger group it has to happen. But we're a group of, we've got one game where there's just me and one other player, and another group where there's me and two other players. Well, two groups with me and two other players. Yeah, so if one person can't do it, we just cancel the game and we reschedule it. And it's because I think there's not a lot of us, it also kind of is easier to reschedule as well, so we do have that benefit. So what I was trying to think of to do today was that I need to do some writing, because I've set myself a goal of writing 200 words a day of my novel. I was on 33,000 words, I think, for the novel. And if I do 200 words a day for the year, then that's 73,000 added onto it. And even though I've been going over every single time I'm writing, so I think I'm actually 2,000 words or something like that ahead of what I meant to have written, I'm still sticking to 200 words a day. And if I do any extras, that's just great. You know, that's just a benefit, but I have to stick to 200 words. I did miss Friday because of going to the cinema, because I was spending all day reading instead. Because me and Sophie have been reading A Court of Thorn and Roses, the entire series. So we're on the third book currently, Wings and Ruin. And we're segmenting it to sort of 3 chapters a day. So because I knew that I wouldn't have time to read after the cinema, because I went quite late, I was like, right, I need to read before the cinema, and then I didn't have time to write. So, but I didn't want to go fall behind, and me and Sophie then couldn't talk about the book. So that was that, and it's been really fun reading it together and being like a little book club and everything. But yeah, so for today I need to do some reading, I need to do some writing, but I am thinking that I might go for a walk. You know, it's coming up to 2 o'clock and I haven't even got out of my pajamas because I've just been so lazy. I've been off work since Christmas Eve and it's just made me so lazy. So back to work tomorrow. And I haven't left the house since Friday, or technically Saturday early super morning, because I didn't get home until 2 a.m. It's not as cold as, it's 12 degrees. And I imagine that it means that the floor isn't too icy either. So going for a little walk might do me good, and I can test out the microphones more. So that could be quite fun. I just need to find my hiking boots, I think. I should. I wonder if I wear my AirPods for music, how that would affect this being plugged in. Because I know that when I talk with my AirPod, it comes like the microphones in the AirPods. Will this override it, I wonder? I suppose we'll just find out. So yeah, might go for a walk. If I don't go for a walk, don't judge me. I'm just being lazy. But we shall see. So I didn't go for a walk, and as you can see, I'm still in my pajamas. Reason number A was because I realised I hadn't drunk or eaten anything, and it was like 2 o'clock. So I was like, oh, okay, I probably should do that first. But the problem is, ever since I've had my gastric sleeve, if I eat too much, I then get very sluggish, and I got a bit full and my tummy bit hurt. And so I was just like, okay, I'm not going to do that. Instead, what I've done is I've made a 2025 New Year's resolution bingo card. So I thought I'd quickly go through it. I felt very productive. So visit 5 museums, self-explanatory, have a singing lesson, save £1,000, go stargazing, and I mean like proper go to a place where you can see all the stars. So that's probably a summer one where it's not going to be cloudy or whatever, but I just want to go to a place that's like no light pollution, and then I can see all the stars. Make a cosplay from scratch, or like a costume from scratch. Obviously I couldn't put all the wording there, or just something from scratch. So a dress or a cosplay or a costume, etc. Get a full body massage, because I've never had a full body massage before and I'd really like to. Organise all of my belongings, because I'm just sick of having so much stuff. Redecorate my little room, because I have the bedroom that I'm sitting in right now, but I also do have a little room that's kind of like a dressing room kind of thing, or just my leftover like storage sort of stuff. So I'd like to reorganise everything. I want to get down to a size 14 in jeans, so that's dropping 2 dress sizes from what I currently am. Read 12 books, go on a holiday, obviously, ride a horse, run 5k, which I've never been able to run anything in my life, so that's a real ambitious one. Go ice skating, go to the theatre, go to the beach, go on 5 dates, and I'm meaning like romantic dates for potential like love interests and stuff. So going with friends or whoever doesn't count, it has to be like romantic dates. Try geocaching, because I always think that looks fun. Grow a sunflower, so another sort of spring summer one, because I used to do that all the time with my grandma as a kid, and I just thought it'd be really nice to do that again. Reach 75k words in a novel that's writing. Get a tattoo, because I haven't got any yet. Have a picnic in a park, so an actual planned day, not just like having a random picnic wherever. It's like a proper, I've got a basket, I've got food, there's a blanket and everything. One, bake and decorate a cake, and go to a theme park. And I think these are all pretty achievable. Some are obviously a little bit harder than others, like run 5k, wear size 14 jeans, save £1,000, go on holiday, could even be quite tricky and stuff. So some of them might be a little bit trickier than others. Maybe even this will take some time as well. I said I'm like 34ish, 35,000 in one currently so far, so that's going to need a bit of work. But yeah, I think that's a pretty good and achievable thing, and it will also be fun to like vlog these moments as well.